Assalamu alaikum, my brothers and sisters. We are going to discuss about chemistry concept of Form 2 for your information. Here on board, we have ion formation. Remember in our previous class, we have discussed about isotopes and what relative atomic mass, of which we have said isotopes are atoms of the same elements that have the same atomic number but different mass number due to the difference in the number of what neutrons. Then we have also done some calculations based on RAM, relative atomic mass, where one time we have been looking for RAM itself and the other time the other related variables, just like the percentage abundance, okay, and the mass number, of course. Here on board we have ion formation. Okay, we are going to discuss about the ion formation in chemistry concept of Form 2 today. Remember, we must know what an ion is. An ion is the charged particles formed when an atom gain or lose electron. Just understand that. Is the charged particles formed when an atom gain or lose what electrons. Okay. In chemistry, we have two types of ions, which are namely as cation and anion. So let's discuss at length about the types of ion formed by an atom when it either gain or lose electrons. Okay. The first type of ion is what you normally call cation. A cation is a positively charged ion formed by metals when they lose the single valence electron or electrons in their the valence electrons or electrons in their utmost energy level. So a cation is a positively charged ion formed by metals when they lose electron or electrons in their utmost energy level. In simple language, just understand that. Okay. While an ion is a negatively charged ion formed by nonmetals when they gain electron or what? Electrons. Don't forget that. Is a negatively charged ion formed by nonmetals when they gain electron or electrons. Understand it? Just understand that. So we are going to talk about types of ions. We'll be talking about what? Types of ions. We are going to say there are two types of ions. Namely, we have number one, cation. We will discuss this one first, then we'll go to the next one. So a cation is a positively charged ion. A cation is a positively charged ion. Just understand that. Let's divide that. Is a positively charged ion. A cation is a positively charged ion. This type of ion is formed by metals after losing the valence electron or electrons in their utmost energy level. Just understand, guys. Okay? So, this kind of ion formation, which is this kind of ion can be, ion formation can be demonstrated or can be shown using two formats. That is the equation format or the diagrammatic format. Okay, so formation of ions can be demonstrated in two ways. That's number one, in equation form or in diagrammatic form. Okay, now we say that cations are positively charged ions which are formed by metals after losing the electrons or electrons in their utmost energy level. The electron or electrons in their utmost energy level. So now let us see how metals group 1, group 2 and group 3 form their ions, okay, by losing the valence electron or electrons in their utmost energy level. Now let's take a good example, which is now sodium. This is sodium atom. So sodium, remember, is written like this. And remember, all atoms apart from group 8 are struggling to get the stability of group 8 elements. Okay? Remember, we have group 8 elements here. We have 2, which is, this is helium. We have helium. 2, we have neon, which is 28. 28. Don't forget that. This is 28. Then we have argon, which is what? 288. So all atoms are struggling to get this stability. So this is what we normally call the duplet state, and this is what we normally call the octet state. The octet state, just understand. So all other atoms apart from group A are actually struggling to get this kind of stability. Just understand, okay? This kind of what? Stability. Because here, argon has got 7 electrons in its outermost energy level, so it does not require to bring or what? Lose electron. So group 8 elements are known to be generally unreactive, or they are generally inert. That means they don't have tendency of losing or gaining electrons, okay? That's why we are saying their outermost energy level or their outermost shell are maximally filled with the number of electrons required. Just understand, brothers. So all other atoms are actually struggling to get this kind of stability. The stability of helium, or that of neon, or that of what? Argon. Just understand. So now let's see how sodium will form, how sodium will become what? Stable. Okay? Will it acquire the stable state of helium, or the stable state of neon, or the stable state of what? Argon? That's what we're going to see. Okay? We know that sodium has got 1 valence electron in its outermost energy level. Sodium has got what? 1 valence electron in its outermost energy level. For sodium to become stable, this must be 8 in number. So now sodium requires what? 7 more electrons. So sodium will ask itself, which energy will be more when it comes to bringing 7 more electrons in, or losing these single valence electrons? It's obvious that the energy required to remove this valence electron, single valence electron of sodium, is much less than the energy required to bring 7 more electrons. I understand? So that sodium acquires the state of what? Argon, which is 288. So sodium now will have the tendency of losing what? The valence electron, the single valence electron in its outermost energy level. Guys, understand this thing? It's very easy. So remember, all metals, group 1, group 2, and group 3, form their ion by losing the valence electrons in their outermost energy level. And loss of electrons are always demonstrated, or are always shown on the right hand side of the equation, because we are losing them. You understand? So when I want to show how a sodium forms its ion, I say sodium atom will form its ion. Okay? Okay, it will be sodium ion. Sodium ion, remember, is written like this. Why? Because it has lost what? 1 electron. Plus E. E means the electrons lost. So loss of electrons are always indicated on the right hand side of the equation. Just understand that. While gain of electrons, of which you're going to discuss, are always indicated on the left hand side of the equation. Just understand. So this is how sodium will form its ion in equation form. Okay? This is how sodium will form its ion in equation form. We can also show this one, or demonstrate this one, in diagrammatic form. Okay? Now let me show you how sodium forms its ion in diagrammatic form. Okay? Come here. This is the nucleus, which contains what? Protons and neutrons. 2, 8. This is sodium atom, yeah? Don't forget. Then you'll have what? 1. What will happen to sodium atom? Loss of what? Loss of electron. It will form what? So sodium ion is written like this, 2A, because it loses it. So it will be, this is the nucleus, 2, then 8. Okay? Then indicate now. Loss of electrons will result what? A cation, a positively charged ion. So sodium ion is written as 2A. So this is how we are going to show diagrammatically how sodium forms its ion. Yeah? Diagrammatically. Take this lesson, my friends. Very, very helpful, by the way. Okay? Take advantage of this program going. It's very helpful. So this is how we are going to show, because sodium will lose what? The single valence electron in its outermost energy level. Just understand that. Okay? This is how it will form its ion diagrammatically. Let's now take, let us take group 2. an example of group 2, yeah, which is what? Actually, like, we can take calcium or what? Or magnesium. Let me take for us calcium, okay? Let me take for us calcium. Okay? Let me take for us calcium. Okay? Calcium is what? Ca. It is 2882. So calcium has got what? 2 valence electrons in its outermost energy level. So it requires 6 more energy, 6 more electrons. So calcium will obviously lose what? The 2 valence electrons in its outermost energy level. Simply because the energy required to bring 6 more electrons is much more than the energy required to remove these 2 valence electrons. Okay? Then for your information, this is what we're gonna do. Okay? This is calcium atom. Calcium is losing what? Electrons. So calcium ion is written like this, plus 2 valence electrons, because calcium is actually losing 2 electrons. Okay? So diagrammatically, I think you can also show that. Try to show that diagrammatically, because instead of writing positive in the ion state, you write 2 plus, because calcium is going to lose what? 2 valence electrons. Let me also add for you aluminium, which is group 3. Aluminium, which atom, is going to lose 3 valence electrons. So aluminium ion plus 3 valence electrons. Okay? So this is how metals form their ion in equation form. Okay? This is how metals form their ion in equation form. My brothers, I think you are very, very much familiar with this thing now. Okay? Then we'll go to what we normally call the other type of ion, which is anion. A negatively charged ion is called anion. So we'll go to that and see. Okay? We'll go to that and see that. Okay? Now let's see the next one. Let's see the next one, which is anion. The next type of ion formed by non-metals. Okay? So we have number 2, we have anion. Anion is a negatively charged ion. Is a negatively charged ion. Period. So this is the type of ion formed by nonmetals after gaining electron or electrons. Okay? Nonmetals form their ion by gain of electron or what? Electrons. Just understand that. Very, very easy. So an ion is a negatively charged ion formed by nonmetals after gaining electron or electrons. Okay? Just understand that. Let me show you in equation form as well as in diagrammatic form. Okay? Let me take chlorine, which is group 7. Chlorine atom is gaining what? 1 electron. Because remember we said chlorine is written as Cl287. That's atomic number 17. So for chlorine to become stable, it requires what? 1 electron. Okay? It has to add 1 electron here. So that it requires what? The octet state of what? Of argon, which is 288 for your information, guys. So actually chlorine will gain 1 electron. And gain of electrons are always demonstrated on the left hand side of the equation. Gain of electrons or electron is always indicated or demonstrated on the left hand side of that equation. Take this note, please. Okay? Then we will have what? We will have this one, chlorine. Okay? This is what we will be having, chlorine ion. Yeah? Because you are forming what? Ions, don't forget. So this is how you're going to write. So chlorine atom plus 1 electron will give us chlorine ion. I think this is very easy. Okay? We are forming ions. You cannot write chlorine atom here. That's stupidity, by the way. Okay? Yeah. That's being unfamiliar with chemistry concept, by the way. Okay? Because we are forming ion. Tell us what type of ion are you forming and what's happening on both sides of the equation. Gain of electrons is always indicated on the left hand side. Stand like this, the left hand side of the equation. And loss of electrons are always indicated on the right hand side of the equation. Just understand that. Okay? Let me take another example. Let me take what? Another example. Okay? Let me take for you another example. Okay? Let me take oxygen. Oxygen will gain what? Will gain oxygen. Oxygen O is written as 26 topic number 18, yeah. Hassan has listened BBC News on Friday night. Somali on is oxygen. So Hassan has listened BBC News on Friday night. Somali minister arrested several people suspected committed a political crime. That is the first 20 elements. Okay? Hassan is hydrogen, Has is helium, listen is what? Lithium. Hassan has listened. BBC. The first B is beryllium, the other one is prawn. Okay? C is carbon, news is nitrogen, on is oxygen, night is neon. BBC News on oxygen on Friday night. So Friday is fluorine, atomic number 9. Night neon number 10. Somali number 11, which is sodium. Minister magnesium. Somali minister arrested aluminium. Several silicon. People phosphorus. Several people suspected sulfur. Atomic number 16. Committed chlorine. A is argon. Blue is potassium. And crime is what? Calcium. So Hassan has listened BBC News on Friday night. Somali minister arrested several people suspected committed a political crime. That is the first change elements of the periodic table, guys. Very, very easy by the. Okay? So what will happen? It will get what? Oxygen will gain 2 electrons, okay? To become stable. To acquire what? The octet state of neon. Okay? So it will gain 2 electrons to form oxygen ion, which is written like this. Oxygen ion, which is written like this. So these resulting ions are what you normally call anions, and they are negatively charged ions. Okay, they are what? They are negatively charged ions, guys, for your information. So the resulting ions here are negatively charged ions. Okay, just understand that. Are you getting this thing, brothers and sisters? It's very easy. Okay. So far we have discussed 2 types of what? Ions. Remember we said apart from group 8 elements, which are stable in nature, the other groups will struggle to get the stability of group 8 element. That is what? The duplet state of helium or the octet state of what? Of neon and argon, okay? And I must have demonstrated a lot of examples on board to show you how metals and nonmetals form their ion to form the respective cation and anion ions, okay? Otherwise, I wish you the best. Make sure you subscribe our YouTube channel, brothers and sisters, and share with your family members and friends who are actually stranded at home level due to the spread of this pandemic disease called COVID-19. Guys of high school, I wish you the best, okay? In our next class, we are going to discuss about what you normally call oxidation number, okay? Oxidation number or state, okay? That's what we are going to discuss for your information. Otherwise, have a nice day and make sure you subscribe our YouTube channel, okay?